BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything online sports betting. Right now, you can receive a 50% free bet of up to $250 on your first deposit to bet on anything from the Olympics to baseball to Formula One racing. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BLEAV for your 50% free bet credit on your first deposit up to $250. Bet online. The game starts here.
Miss Irrelevant. Pick last, cut first.
Said I never would.
Said I never could.
Said I'm out.
Said I'm over.
You want to bet?
Behind every ball,
Behind every play.
I write my own story.
I'll tell it my way. This is my game face.
I'm not sweating this.
But I'm still sweating.
Miss Irrelevant.
What's up, Tiger fans? Welcome back to another episode of Tiger Talk TV. I am the Corey C. Make sure you subscribe so that you do not miss a single upcoming episode. You can find us everywhere you get your podcast, the Apple Podcast app, the Spotify app, YouTube, you name it. Be sure to follow the show and tell every Tiger that you know. And remember, when you support Tiger Talk TV, it all helps the cause, which is I love Jackson State University. All right, I got a special treat for you today. She needs no introduction. She is loved and adored by Jackson State fans. So let's get right to it. Miss Angel Jackson, welcome back to Tiger Talk.
Hey,
That's that beautiful smile that we love. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. It's always a treat to see you, hear from you, talk to you. Though it's been a while since you've been on the show. So just wanted to catch up. How's life treating Miss Angel Jackson?
It's wonderful right now. I'm enjoying myself, enjoying my little off season that I have right now.
Mhm.
So I'm really having a good time.
All right, all right. Well, congratulations on a number of things. You're an alumna of Jackson State. You were a WNBA draft pick, and most recently, you signed on to play professionally overseas. So, some exciting, exciting stuff. What have these past few months been like for you?
It's been crazy, but I've really been enjoying myself. Just learning. I'm going to Italy, so just learning about Italy and learn about what my next step is. It's really been nice to just learn about the different cultures and everything, and kind of just find some time for myself. To lock back in and get my mind ready to be a pro. So
All
it's
right.
been really
So,
good. It's been really great.
yeah, we follow you on social media. We see you living it up. You're getting ready, getting prepared, but you're having some fun as well. We see you vacationing and at WNBA games and just doing a little bit of everything. So, we enjoy
Yeah.
following you. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. We definitely want to talk about Italy, but first, let's backtrack. We want to rewind. We haven't spoken with you since that big moment. So, talk about that experience with the Las Vegas Aces and just being in that environment around those great players, that coaching staff, and that culture, that winning culture.
Yeah, just being in Vegas, that was probably like the best thing that has ever like really happened to me. It was a great experience. They were so welcoming when I first came in. They treated all the rookies the same. Never backed down on us. Gave us all that they got. They're vets, so they're trying to prove to us why we need to prove to them. So
Mhm.
it was really amazing. Great coaching staff, great team. We did part our ways, but there's still I'm still in contact with some of the late young ladies.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
it's really amazing how basketball really brings you together with new relationships. So I really enjoyed myself in Vegas, and it was a great opportunity.
Okay. Any rookie hazing stories that you can share with us, or whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
No, it wasn't no hazing or nothing. It was really just we play 5-on-5. They're gonna show you why you got to bring it. So, uh, just it's a high level of competition at the end of the day. It's no bad feelings or anything at the end of the day.
Right.
So it really gets you prepared though. It really makes your mind transition from college to the pros. So
Mhm. Yep.
it's a
So,
huge difference.
what are some things that stuck with you about that experience that you learned as far as just what it takes to compete at that level and to play at that level?
I think patience, very patience on all aspects. Just slowing myself down, not having to rush too much, um, and then just being not being so hard on myself. Just knowing that you're not going to make every shot, but still go hard, go give it 100% every single time, and you will be noticed. You will succeed in everything if you just keep going. So I think really just patience and just finding like who I am. Because now you're playing a different position. At Jackson State, I was playing 4 or 5, depending on the matchup. But really, I had to really tap into like my 3-4 area.
Really?
Shooting the ball more. Playing on the perimeter more, defending on the perimeter. So it was a challenge, but it really stuck on me to get better in each one of those categories. So
How do you feel you're evolving? Your game is evolving to play that role? Because I know in the past we always joked about you being a stretch four. You even said it on Tiger Talk. I don't know if you remember, but you said it on Tiger Talk that you wanted to make a three. You wanted to take a three and make a three, and you did that in the game at
yeah,
Jackson State. All right. Big, most likely to take a three in the game. No, to make a three in the game. To make a three in the game.
Renee Jackson.
That's you. They told me you're a stretch four. Is that true?
Hey, I got a little something on me.
I'm telling you, I can't wait. I'm telling you, I can't wait to see it. So how's that perimeter game? Can you play the three?
oh yeah, for sure. I'm still learning about it. I'm very open to doing it. 'Cause I want to, of course, expand my game. But it's a challenge. But it gets you prepared for making quicker decisions, your feet work, just playing at a higher tempo and not just 4 or 5. You're just more down low. But it gives you more opportunity to keep going during the game. Kind of see everything on the court a little bit more. So
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's talk about it. Your next step, you mentioned it, Italy. Let's hear about it. We want to hear the details, all about it, how it came about, how you feeling about it.
yeah, so after the Aces did release me, um, I did heard from a couple overseas teams, kind of just filling them out, trying to see like where I know I would want to go, and what would be the best opportunity for me. So me and my agent and my mom, we kind of just sat down, and I had two offers from Italy and it was another team, but it was out them two, and then so Italy came along. I talked to the coaching staff there at Italy, and they just let me know like how they wanted me to come in, produce, and how they wanted me to be a part of the team. They gave me an offer, and yeah, I signed, and I will be playing for the Faenza basketball team in Faenza, Italy. So it's going to be a very good experience. I'm really excited about that. Just playing with different competition that I'm really not used to now,
Mm.
and it's starting this new journey of my life and branching out to overseas and going to see the world. It's really amazing. I'm glad to be in this opportunity.
Yeah, we're so excited for you. When are you heading out, and when does the season start?
So I had out end of August, and I
Okay,
think the season starts the end of September. So
okay, right
it's
around the
like
corner.
preseason. So yeah.
You mentioned being excited about playing these different players in this level of competition, but what other emotions do you have just going away from home? I know you're happy about the basketball part, but it's leaving the states, leaving your mom
Yeah.
again. You already left her once. You went to Jackson, but going even further, are you nervous, anxious?
I think I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm ready. So I am going to miss home, but when I leave, I always know I have a job. A job has to be done. So
Mhm.
I kind of I just think about it. I will have time to call, FaceTime, and everything. But at the end of the day, it is a job. So I'm nervous, but I'm a little excited to. I'm excited to
Mix,
go. for sure. And I'm ready. I always wanted to go see the world, so this will
Okay.
give me my opportunity to branch out. And my mom, she's like, one of my she's number one in my support system, so
Hmm.
she's all for it. She'll be out there. She's gonna try to come to
Oh,
Italy for
really?
sure.
Wow.
She's gonna try to come to Italy for sure. But
That's awesome.
yeah. So,
What about this language barrier? Have you started working on that Italian yet?
not yet. So I'll have a translator out there for me.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's good about it. Like, I'll have a translator, and then my agent, they're gonna help me, a lot for sure with when it comes to that. But I talked to the head coach and the assistant coach for the team, and they both speak like g- okay English.
Good
So
enough English. You can
yeah,
understand.
like it's you can really have a conversation with them. So
Okay.
I hopped on FaceTime with them one day, and we just had a conversation. That's what really drew me to them because they knew how to speak a little bit of English, so and they could have a full conversation with me. So that's
Mhm.
the language barrier. That's going to be tricky at first, but I think I'm going to be fine with it.
Mhm. Have you started looking at the roster, your teammates or some of the other teams? Are there any players over there on your team or in the league in general that you know that you're familiar with or have a relationship with?
No, our official roster actually just came out today,
Mhm.
this morning. But
Oh, okay.
I haven't met any of the people, but I know there is a woman from Syracuse
Okay.
that she will be joining this season. And I was checking her out, looking at her some highlights because her name popped up before, like when I was looking at Syracuse. So she's pretty big at Syracuse. I forget her name, but um we're gonna have a good team though. They have a returning team. They have a lot of returners, so I love that. They could teach us the game, teach the Americans the game. We'll come in and just hopefully gel really fast because they're gonna be teaching us.
Mhm. Good stuff. Well, we wish you the best. And Jackson State fans, they'll be keeping up, they'll be following.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Tiger Talk does have viewers in Italy, FYI. We got viewers everywhere. We were actually
Oh
looking at the
yeah.
audience insights a couple weeks ago, and Italy is actually near the top of our viewership. I was
Okay.
surprised, but
Oh, that's
so,
amazing.
yeah, don't be surprised if you're out there, out and about, and you see you running somebody wearing some Jackson State gear. We're
Yeah, I'll
everywhere.
be wearing mine. So
Good stuff. Let's look back real quick at your time at Jackson State. I know that was, we talk about going to Italy being a big move, but moving from California to Mississippi was a big move as well, from USC to the SWAC. But it seems like you really fit in right away. You got adjusted and comfortable. What was your HBCU experience like?
my HBCU experience, I always say this, it was amazing. And that was probably the best 2 years of my whole life, honestly. Like, I came in really soul searching, trying to find my fit on the team. But the coach, Coach Reed and her staff, they were very welcoming. And I
Mhm,
think I wouldn't have adjusted so fast if it wasn't for them. And that's for all
mhm,
aspects with, just adjusting to the culture, the new school, new people and everything. So, coming from that PWI, it's kind of hard to transition going to an HBCU, and that's what I was really worried about. Um, but everybody was so welcoming. I had an amazing
mhm.
time. I never felt like I didn't want to be there. I always wanted to be in Jackson. Even when I came back home, I couldn't wait to come back to Jackson just because
Wow.
I just love I love Miss Jackson, Mississippi. I just love it at a whole. My teammates they made it so easy for me to really knuckle down and transition because they were just like I said, just open. I could ask them a question, like my first couple weeks there, and they wouldn't, get mad or anything. They would just accept me because like how I would come off. So the city always showed love. I always showed love back just because like I'm glad that Jackson embraced me. A kid coming from California. So
Mhm,
it was an amazing experience. I always say that I wish I would have came all 4 years to Jackson State.
mhm.
Um, and my time there was unforgettable. I just can't wait to come back and come into the community and really just show my
Awesome.
face some more, and just be out there just cause like uh, I felt like at USC I wasn't going to keep going with basketball, but Jackson State
Really?
came the place where I kind of found my love for the game again. So
Wow,
I really
that's awesome.
appreciate
That's
it,
so great to hear.
and I love everything about Jackson State. So
That's so great to hear. And I talk about the fans specifically, just how they welcomed you and showed you love. That we everybody thinks say it's all about football, but we show love to all the sports. And I know when you came in, we
yeah,
were happy to have you. Obviously, Coach Reed and what she did. So just talk
yeah.
about the fan support and how they welcomed you.
They're amazing. Even the first day I committed, they were on it. Just showing me so much love. I never really got that before at my previous school. Just having a big fan base, like you said before. You know, people usually worry about football and just like men's basketball. It like more of the men's side of sports at different schools. And just coming to Jack State, the fans really loved women's basketball,
Hmm.
and that's what really showed me like the game is growing. Like
Hmm.
you could come over here and everybody loves women basketball when you go to
Hmm.
another school and it's not the same.
Hmm.
And so the fans were amazing. Never had, a bad experience with the fan. And I appreciate that. So much love. Everybody comes to you after the games and everything,
Yeah,
sharing their
yeah,
experiences. And I just love it. It just really feel like a home. Like it just feel like I'm back at home. Just feel like this is my family, because it is like these are our people. So
hmm,
um, I love the way the fans showed out every single game on the road. Like
yeah.
even when we went to UConn,
Hmm.
I would have never thought we had that many fans in the stands in Connecticut. So,
Hmm.
so it was just amazing how that really showed like the community that we have at Jackson State. And I never took none of it for granted. I still want to go play me a couple more games in the
Yeah,
AAC. So,
awesome, awesome.
it's amazing.
Yeah, you ladies put on a show for us. We will remember those days forever. Those teams were memorable. Reflect back on those teams and some of your teammates.
You know, the first year team that we had, we were trying to find it, but
Mm,
I love that team so much because of how we might not have won SWAC that year, but we were so determined. We were just it was just we had so much grit that year that you couldn't take it from us. We did fall short, but I still would put that team, as like
yeah.
my number one. So
Okay.
that team, we had Jaria Covington, we have everybody that we need. We had some real heavy hitters on that team. So that's the team that really taught me the system of Jackson State and really how to play. Our leaders, Kishana and
Mhm.
Tilly, Rook, everybody, we all came together and really buckled down. And that's what I loved about Jackson State, because I'd never been on a team where I didn't have to be the vocal point, like as being like the tallest and like the center. I didn't have to be that because there's people before me that had came
Yeah.
and really showed it. They proved themselves. They have rings, they have trophies, they have accolades. Um, and I really had to find my place coming in, and they helped me with that. So I thank them for teaching me the system. So and then for my second year, I came in, okay, like this is what we have to do. I could be more vocal. I know the system a little
Okay.
bit more. I'm comfortable with the coaches. They're comfortable with me. They're letting me express myself. Um, not in a negative way, but just trying to get everybody on board. Cause like now, we didn't win SWAC the first year, but now we're winning SWAC the next year, like for sure. So, my second team, I had so much fun. My girl Daphne, she did go down, but that's
Hmm.
who really helped. Like she really did help me um, find my way back to being like that. Like you said, that power forward, trying to come in like that four. We had so many great memories. I will never forget like the times we had in the hotels, like on the road. That was kind of like my favorite part. Just being in the hotel rooms with my teammates and just laughing, just bonding, creating that sister bond that we needed. That's what Coach Reed always stressed about, was being together, and we were way more together my second year than my first. But I love both teams. We had both amazing seasons both those years, so I couldn't thank them anymore. Like my teammates, coaches, I just love it.
You brought something up, Daphne and her going down. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
we were devastated. But Coach Reed always tells the story of how they had to kind of change the offense, or they were looking to change the
Mhm.
offense. Obviously, we could go through her in the post. We maybe had to make some changes and go through the guards. But you stepped up and said, "Let's keep the same offense." You can kind of step into that role, which is not
Mhm.
necessarily how you were accustomed to playing. So, talk about your
Mhm.
decision to do that and how that affected your game, improved your game, and possibly got you more on the radar for the WNBA because they saw that
Yeah.
versatility.
Yeah, so when, coming from that first year, me and Daphne played at the ending of the year, we played a lot together. I was the four, she was the five. I'm usually used to passing it into her. So when she went down, it was kind of like I was just now getting into that role of just like really finding like the right passes to her. And then when she went down, it was like, dang, like now it's on me now because now I'm next up to be like we're neck and neck at height. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like um I have to step in. Coach Reed, she brought me to her office and just explained that to me. Like, hey, I'm going to need more from you. Like, I know I already asked you, a lot, and like
Hmm.
you're fine with it, but I just need a little bit more. Like, I just need you to just find like a little bit, go a little bit deeper. And I struggled at first, trying to figure out if I'm going to be up to the challenge, because I was telling her about like our offense, like um it's not usually ran, like you said, to me, uh you know at the end of the play. So now I have to get comfortable with going to go score instead of just going to go rebound at the end of the play.
Hmm.
So it was it was easy. I would say like the first 2 weeks, I struggled with it in practice for sure. Just being that last option. But it was fine. I never really thought of it as like a negative thing. I always thought of it as a positive thing because it, like you said, it grows my game for
Hmm.
sure. But we for sure missed Daphne on that court. But I just knew like my sister went down. Now I had to lift her up. And she was rooting for me every single game. Like
Yeah.
we talked every single game. And she just let me like she actually gave me some tips and stuff like
Okay.
that she do. That's what I love about Daphne. We could come together and just um we understand each other so much because the height. And and like she was just telling me like different like how she would make this move, how I should make it, my space and everything. So it was kind of easy. It was kind of hard at first, but it got easy at the end just because I was more comfortable with it, and the transition wasn't that bad. So
Mhm. And then from there, of course, you went on to get drafted. But you just mentioned something earlier. Yeah, you were kind of having some doubts in your career while you're at USC about even
mhm.
continuing on to play basketball. You went to Jackson and kind of got rejuvenated. At what point did you realize that you know what I want to go to the WNBA and I can go to the WNBA from Jackson
Mhm.
State?
I would say that honestly this past season, like even my first year at Jackson State, I was still like, okay, like maybe overseas, but I don't know about drafted.
Hmm.
Like, but we just kept working. Like I remember the first workout this past last summer that we had with the team and everything. Coach Cousins and Coach Williams and Campbell will always say, it's time to be a pro. It's time to wake up and be a pro. Like that's just not even on the court. That's with everything I did, with my schoolwork, with my training, with just being a better leader, just anything. It's just time to be a pro. And once I really, at first I was like, they they see it more than I see it. So maybe that's a good thing. Like sometimes you need somebody that sees more light in you so it can brighten you up a little bit more. So like I said, they just kept saying time to be a pro. So that's why I really started buckling down and really started like getting in shape, change my eating habits, just making sure that I'm 100% for when April had came. So when it finally came, I didn't know at all that it was coming. Like I always tell everybody I didn't know it at all. Like I had an idea just because I knew how hard I worked that season, but I still thought like it's still a possibility that maybe you get called for a training camp or like
Hmm.
you just go overseas. But my hard work paid off, so
Yeah, absolutely.
it definitely did. So I was really just excited when it happened, and I just knew that from that day one when they was telling me it's time to be a pro. Like I'm glad I really did take that serious because if you would have asked me last summer
Mhm.
about getting drafted, I probably would have just laughed. Honestly, like
Wow. Well, shout out to Coach Reed and her staff for seeing it, even when you didn't see it. But at the
yes,
end of the day, they had seen it before. They had done it before, so they know
yeah.
the talent. They knew that it could be done from this level. Obviously, you
Mhm.
followed in the footsteps of Amisha. What would you say to a
Mhm.
young lady out there who's good enough to go P5 for them to consider playing at a Jackson State?
I would say do it if you're having second guesses about it. I would say do it. I know when I first committed to Jackson State, or even before I even took my visit, I had like a little feeling like this might be the one for me. Going to somewhere that's not too many distractions.
Hmm.
Um, you have a great support system. You're surrounded by people that look just like you. Like that, I love to stress that enough. Like I get to be around my people all day. Like I just love it, and get to learn from black professors. You got a black president. Like it's just amazing. Like and if you want to just like really tap into um, not even like not even HBCU culture, but if you want to just tap into art, like just your culture, you can find that a lot at a HBCU, just because like you see it every single day. So don't have don't have no second thoughts. If you have that gut feeling about going, do it because I know I did, and that's why I committed on my visit because I had that gut feeling like I wanted to be here. I was home, and so I would say trust your gut and always have faith in God, and He's going to direct you into the right light for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. You mentioned earlier the popularity of the game today, the
Mhm.
women's game. If you look at it, it's definitely the popularity is an all-time high. But what are your
Mhm.
feelings about the WNBA's need to expand to more teams so that a player like
Mhm.
yourself who's good enough to be on the roster can get that opportunity that they deserve?
WNBA they're expanding a little bit at a time right now, so it's amazing. But I know where we could take it. Like it could be up there with the NBA. So, we having an extension. Like we're getting a team out here, in San Francisco. I was
Okay.
thinking next year.
Wow.
So that's going to be amazing. That's a start. I love like the start of something new because you just never know how it's going to end. And so, we just need that same support that you're giving to, any other high major sport. So, the expansion is going to be great. And as soon as we start expanding, that's when, like you said, more athletes can showcase their talents. Because right now it's really a you would love to get drafted, but it's really hard to stay in the W. So,
Hmm.
um, having that opportunity just to prove yourself, prove your game, and just being able to dominate every will be amazing. So, as we keep expanding, I think as the next year when the new team comes out here, I think we're kind of see a little bit more, kind of see like how it's going to work, and I hope more people hop on the what's say like the train and keep it moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I'm really excited for the expansions of WNBA just because I know so many kids now watching WNBA. At least as I know of, like that's around me. The game is growing so quickly,
Hmm.
but it's just not enough spots at the
Right.
moment. So
Right.
as soon as that happens, I think the WNBA will be in great shape, great form, and everything.
Well, keep working, which I know you will, but we're pulling for you. We're watching. I mean, how great would it be for you to get on that team out there in the Bay a year from now? I
Yes,
know that'd be special for you. So we're
yes.
behind you 100%. Wherever you are, obviously we'll support you. Angel, before you go, anyone you want to shout out? Anybody?
The Lady Tigers for sure. Well, just Tigers anywhere. But really, my Lady Tigers, I'm really rooting for them this season. Really excited to see what the new coach got in store, the new team has in store. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited.
Okay, okay. I want to shout out your mother. You already did, but I want to shout
Mhm.
out Miss Barbara Sue. I mean, you said that she's one of your biggest supporters, and I can
Yeah.
tell, we can tell, huge supporter of not only you, but she's a big supporter and follower of Tiger Talk. So I want to thank her for that
Yeah.
on social media. She's always liking posts, commenting, sharing posts. And even after you left, like she's still right there, right? Following
Yes.
the new coach. So we appreciate it. And like you said, she's always been one of your biggest supporters. I've kind of
Mhm.
followed from afar. And, I even remember her coming with you on your official visits.
Yes.
I've seen her at a home game before. So I know she means a lot to you. And I know you've told her this privately, but publicly, what do you want to say to your mom for all the support that she shows for you?
Yeah. I love her so much. She's been my number one since day one. She's always been by my corner. I just want to say I love you, and none of this would be happening without her. I wouldn't be the lady I am today without her. So I really thank her for everything that she has done, and we're not done yet. So
Mm.
let's buckle up and keep it going. So,
No doubt, no doubt. And then last but not least, the JSU fans, what message do you have for them?
to the JSU fans, I love y'all so much. You guys are amazing. Keep being the crazy crowd that we have over here. I love everything about the fans. Never had no bad times with the fans. So keep going and keep supporting them Tigers. So
Yeah. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but they go hard for you on social media. They go hard for you on
yes,
social media. They got your back. I remember
yes,
there was a post. We Tiger Talk actually posted it, and we shouted you out. We just said Angel. So all these other people from other schools and places came. That's not Angel. That's not Angel. Obviously thinking Angel Reese, but man,
yeah.
the Jackson State fans were like, that is Angel. That's our Angel. We don't have to say a last name.
That's
We know
yeah,
who she is. There's more than one Angel. You think it's just one Angel playing? I mean, they just went.
right.
Yeah,
That
so
is
they got your back.
crazy.
Absolutely. All right, and then last but not least, let them know where they can follow you on social media. Is They Loving Angel on Instagram?
Yep, on Instagram and on Instagram and Twitter, and Hooper_Angel 15 on
X, Twitter.
X. Yeah, I was like, what's the new name for it?
I still say Twitter. It's gonna forever be Twitter. All right. Well, we appreciate your time. Absolutely, wishing you the best. We'll be following you along the way. You said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it as well. Don't be a stranger, right? You're an alumnus. We want to see you
Yes,
back from time to time. We want to see you at the
yes,
basketball games, at a football game, VIP, alumni functions, on Tiger Talk TV, whenever
yes.
your schedule permits. We want to see your face.
Okay, sounds
All
great.
right. All right. Well, I
Okay,
appreciate you for coming on the show and stay in touch with us.
okay. Thank you. Have
All
a
right.
good day.
Tiger Talk TV is presented by Bet Online. Tiger Talk TV is presented by Bet Online.